Dear students, in this video, let us see how to draw the isometric view of a pentagonal pyramid. Question. Draw the isometric view of a pentagonal pyramid of side 30 mm and height 60 mm, resting with its base on HP and one base edge parallel to VP. So here I have roughly drawn the pictorial view of a pentagonal pyramid. I am marking its base pentagon as A, B, C, D, E and apex O. Next I am drawing the orthographic projection of this pentagonal pyramid, that is the front view and the top view. As the pyramid is resting on the HP, the top view will give its true length. So I am drawing the top view, that is a pentagon. As mentioned in the question, one base edge parallel to VP. So here this base edge is parallel to VP. You can also draw a pentagon like this where one base edge is parallel to VP. Since nothing else is mentioned in the question, we are free to choose any one of them. So first draw the XY line and draw the edge of base which is parallel to VP first. And at 108 degree angle, draw lines from the two ends of this first edge. As the length of the base is 30 mm, let us mark the dimension on one of its base edge, that is 30 mm. Next, to mark the other points of pentagon, take 30 mm in the compass and mark that length on both the inclined lines with the same radius and these 2 points as centers. Draw arcs cutting each other to get the fifth point. Now join this point to these 2 inclined lines. This completes our pentagon. That is the top view of the base. Next we need to mark the point O. For that, let us mark the center point on the base and a line joining center point of the base, that is P, and apex is the axis. So to mark the point P on the base, draw a line from midpoint of one of the edge to the opposite corner. Again select any other edge and mark its midpoint and draw a line to the opposite corner of that line. The meeting point will give you the center of the pentagon and let us mark it as P. As we know, the apex is right above the point P. Let us mark O in the top view and P is below O. So let us put that in brackets. Next, let us name the pentagon starting from the extreme left end: A, B, C, D and E. The slant edges are also visible in the top view. So let us draw the slant edges AO, BO, CO, DO and EO in the top view using dark lines. Next, to draw the front view, let us project all these points onto the XY line. So projecting A, B, C, D and E using thin lines. As the base of the pyramid is resting on the HP, all these points A dashed, B dashed, C dashed, D dashed and E dashed will be lying on the XY line itself. A, B, C and D are visible, but E is hidden, so let us put that in the brackets. Next, to draw the apex, that is point O, we need to draw the axis. So draw the projector from P and we know the height of the axis is 60 mm. So mark 60 mm on that vertical line and also mark the dimension here in the front view, that is 60 mm height of the pyramid. Let's mark the apex as O dashed in the front view. Next, to draw the slant edges in the front view, Let us join A dashed O dashed, B dashed O dashed, C dashed O dashed, and D dashed O dashed. We are using solid lines to draw all these 4 edges because they are visible from the front. But O dash E dash has to be drawn with dashed lines as it is hidden here. The axis and the edge O dash E dash coincides in the front view. So I'm drawing the axis chain lines, long and short lines over that. Let us also mark the point P dash, which is the center of the base. To draw the isometric view, we need to enclose this pentagon in a rectangle. So, enclosing this pentagon in a rectangle by drawing horizontal and vertical lines touching its outermost edges and corners. So, I have completed drawing the enclosing rectangle. Let us name it as 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, to draw the isometric view, let us draw the isometric view of the rectangle 1, 2, 3, 4. Starting with a reference line and marking point 1 on it. Draw 2 lines at angle 30 degree towards the right and left of point 1. Next, transfer the point 2 onto this line and mark 2 there. Similarly, transfer point 4 onto the left line. Next, draw an arc with 2 as center and 2, 3 as radius, and also 4 as center and 4, 3 as radius to get the point 3. Join 4, 3 and 2, 3 to get the isometric view of this base rectangle. Next, we need to transfer the points A, B, C, D and E to the isometric plane. So, using a compass, we can transfer 1P to the line 1, 2 and mark D there. Next, to mark point C, take 1C in compass and transfer it onto the line 1, 2 and mark point C there. Next, to transfer point D, take 2D in compass and cut on the line 2, 3 to get the point D. Similarly, to mark point E, take 3E in compass and cut on the line 3, 4. And to mark point A, take 4A and cut on the line 4, 1. So we have completed all the points of the pentagon. Next, to mark point O, we need to transfer this point P onto the base pentagon. For that, let us draw a line from O cutting the edge 3, 2 and let us name it as F. Next, to mark point F on the line 3, 2, let us transfer the length 2F and cut it on the line 2, 3. The point O is also lying on a line passing through E. So let us draw a line passing through E and F parallel to the isometric lines. Now this meet at a point P, which is the center of the pentagon. Next, we know the height of the axis is 60 mm, and since it is a vertical line, we know in isometric views vertical lines will remain vertical. So just draw a vertical line from P and at a distance 60 mm mark O on it. This is the apex of the pentagon. Now let us mark the visible edges. Looking from the left, we can see the edge AB, then we can see the edge BC. Join CD, but we are not sure whether CD, EA and ED will be visible. But for the time being, let us draw all these edges. Now, let us join OA first. Next, join BO. So, the triangle AOB is covering the corner E. Next, let us draw the edge CO and then DO. Since the corner E is hidden by the triangle AOB, let us draw the edge EO using dashed lines, and any edges from the point E will be hidden. So let us change ED and EA into dashed lines. This completes the isometric view of the pentagonal pyramid.